Welcome to Multiple Choice Question 16 of the 2003 Mathematical Methods Exam 1. In this video we will be looking at the solution for this question. A reminder that this video is in no way endorsed by VCAA. And now before we move on, I'd just like to point out that the use of the CAS calculator is an efficient way to approach this question. Although the question could be solved by hand, it would take up precious time in a technology active examination. So for question 16, we're asked the total area of the regions enclosed by the graph of y equals sine of 2x and the x-axis between x equals 0 and x equals 2 pi is equal to one of the following. So when we approach a question like this, it's always useful to start with a sketch of the graph. And we're going to use the CAS calculator to help do that. On the CAS calculator, go into the main menu. Next, what we want to do is bring up the soft keyboard and we want to type in the function that we want to graph, which is sine of 2x. So next we want to click on the graph screen and we want to drag sine of 2x down into that area. And now we want to restrict the part of the graph that we see, so we can do that using this button here. So we want to set the x minimum to be from 0 to the maximum value of x to be 2 pi, and yes, you can put pi in here. And for the y min and y max, we're going to go from -2 to 2. Not that we'd really have to change that, but we knew the amplitude was 1. So this will give us a good view of the graph. And now by symmetry, we know that this is going to be pi and the end of the graph is 2 pi. So now we're in a good position to sketch a graph of this function. So from the CAS calculator, the graph of y equals sine of 2x between 0 and 2 pi looked like the following. And we knew that that was 2 pi and that this value was pi, making this value pi on 2, and this value would be 3 pi over 2. So the area, which is what we were asked to find, would then be the area of 4 of these regions. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all equivalent regions because the sine graph is symmetric. So therefore the area is simply equal to 4 times the integral between 0 and pi on 2. So that's the area of that first region that we shaded in on the diagram, for the rule sine of 2x dx. So back on the CAS calculator, we go back to the main menu and we want to type in 4 times, and bringing back the keyboard, we go to Math 2 and we can find the integral. And we want to go from 0 to the fraction of pi divided by 2 for the function sine of 2x. So I can drag that down with respect to x, and hitting execute will give us our area that we're after. And from our CAS calculator, we found that that value is equal to 4. So therefore, option C is correct for this question. So from the examiner's report, we can see that this question was fairly well done, with 3/4 of students getting the correct answer in this exam.